So Bill O'Reilly spoke about the Black Lives Matter movement again last night, and it was hilarious.
Black lives matter, just not in democratic cities.
Or in various things like violent crime. You don't see the Black Lives Matter crew on the south side of Chicago where it's almost...
Democratic cities. There you go.
But the death rate among young black males in Chicago is through the roof.
And it's black on black violence.
Let's let Jammu get in. What say you, Jammu?
Look, I don't think that these activists who are angry, I don't think that their tactics of keeping reporters out of hearing what they're trying to share with the entire world, I don't think that's the right tactic. But I do understand why they're angry. I understand that when black people are killed, the media doesn't pay attention. When white people are killed, the criminal justice system acts. They want to say very clearly. Here's an example for you, Bill. If a house is on fire and the house next to it is not on fire and the fire department shows up and starts putting water on the house that's not on fire, are you going to say that house is on fire? They want they want everyone to understand what is going on
look,
here.
I think you're right in the fact that
black lives,
their
when
message,
killed by police officers.
Okay, but their message means nothing if they do these Gestapo tactics. See, they lose all credibility. The group is never going to be taken seriously, and their message is going to fall upon ears only sympathetic to them. Now, the reporter in this country who has shed the most light on young black men being killed is who, Jammu?
Well, I think that there are
No, who's
many,
the reporter? No, who is the one reporter who has done the most on it on the national media? Who?
I don't know who you are referring to.
That would be me. All right, that would be me.
Well,
report after report
so thank
after
you
report.
Thank you for that coverage.
I don't want to be thanked.
But they want more action.
Okay.
They want more action from the police.
If they want more action,
from the
they should
candidates.
join with me and demand that the mayor and police chief of Chicago police the South Side in an effective way, which means flooding the zone with officers and stopping the madness.
No, Black Lives Matter people, you don't need a movement. You have me. Bill, even you can't believe that. Are you serious? You spend more time berating black people and portraying them all as criminals than you do acting like you give a fuck about them. But what exactly is he referring to? What he's saying is, well, I'm the only person that covers black on black crime, so I'm talking about black victims when I do that. Aha. No, but in reality, what's the message you're trying to send when you cover those stories? You're trying to say, oh, a black person is a victim here, but oh, look at who the perpetrator is, a black person. I guess you blame black culture so that they get their shit together so they stop killing one another. It's not white people's fault, it's black people's fault. Black people, black people, black people. You know that's the reason that you do it. You know it. And then there's this thought virus, this meme on the right of like, you know, liberals and progressives and Black Lives Matter people, they simply don't care when black people kill other black people. Really? So if you were to go talk to them, they'd say, yeah, no, rock and roll. I love it when there's a murder in Chicago. The only time I'm against murder is if a white person's killing a black person. You caught me. I love it when blacks murder, but I hate it when whites murder. Urgh. You really think that's what they believe? No, you might because you're a fool. You're an idiot. This idea that they don't talk about it. Really? Well, who are the people that are calling for an end to the drug war? Which would cut the number of murders, because a lot of the black-on-black violence you're talking about is directly linked to gang violence, which is directly linked to the drug trade, which is because drugs are illegal that we have that problem. So who's talking about the solutions there, Bill? I'll tell you who. The liberals, the progressives, and the Black Lives Matter people. We're the ones saying, hey, end the drug war and that problem will go away. We're the ones saying, hey, do some sane, moderate gun reforms and that problem will go away. But see, when you hear them talk about that, you don't want to give them credit for, oh, they're trying to fix the problem. What you want to do is demonize them. And you want to say those are the wrong policy solutions, so that's not helping the situation. But it would help the situation. You've just diagnosed the policy problem wrong. Because you heard what his solution is, more cops. So more cops, the same cops that are fucking killing black people, unarmed black people every single day, which is why they're protesting in the first place. So your solution, Bill, is more of the problem. But again, he doesn't realize it. He doesn't realize it because he's a silly person and he's incredibly myopic. Again, the best part of that by far was, You don't need the Black Lives Matter movement. You need me. And then he also says, well, come on, man. These guys are using Gestapo tactics. The Black Lives Matter peaceful protesters are using Gestapo tactics. I'm pretty sure the Gestapo was the opposite of peaceful. And the irony! I don't hear Bill O'Reilly going out there saying, I am condemning the Gestapo tactics of the police who kill unarmed black people. He's not saying that. It's not the police that kill unarmed black people that are using Gestapo tactics. It's the peaceful protesters. And by the way, the situation which led to this conversation, which, happened in the clip before you saw it there, they play a clip of some Black Lives Matter protesters, and there's somebody who's recording the protest on a cell phone. And then they get into a verbal back and forth, where some of the Black Lives Matter people are like, okay, get away, we don't want to be recorded right now. And the guy's like, I have a right to record you, I'm on public property. And they just have a verbal tussle, and one person says, oh, really, what are you going to do? I got 800 black people with me, and you're like one, I guess, white person. That's what he's referring to when he's talking about Black Lives Matter Gestapo tactics. Nobody got hurt. There was no violence. There wasn't a single punch thrown. Oh, but black people said something rude to a white person. Gestapo tactics. But a white police officer kills an unarmed black person. I didn't hear a single Bill O'Reilly never said Gestapo tactics when it came to the situation that just occurred the other day in Cincinnati, where a black guy was shot when he did not in any way, shape, or form pose an imminent threat of danger against the police officer.